Bienvenidos, bienvenidas. It is time to talk about Haiti. Yes, Haiti, which is actually the indigenous word for the island of Hispaniola, made up of Haiti and Dominican Republic. We're going to talk about where Haiti is today, how rich Haiti is, and we're going to talk about Haiti's future. But first, this is Latina Literati. Just as a very quick recap, Haiti, 1791, first revolution led by formerly enslaved persons, headed by the legendary general Toussaint Louverture, to victory against the greatest army on earth at that point, Napoleon. Remember, Napoleon had conquered a lot of Europe. He'd conquered North Africa. His demise came when he went towards Russia. So to have formerly enslaved people join together and fight for freedom and win, that would change history. France would never be the same, and France would never forgive Haiti. Only by lying and entrapping the General Toussaint Louverture, saying that he was needed to negotiate in France, was he taken on a ship by Napoleon's brother-in-law and shut away and died a terrible death in a French prison. Not only that, but a year later, or soon after, France surrounded Haiti and said they would reinvade if they didn't pay slaveholders. Now imagine a country made of enslaved people, and those who enslaved you come back and said, hey, you need to compensate us because you were enslaved and now you're no longer enslaved. One of the greatest injustices of history in the conquest and the liberation of a country in this hemisphere, but there was no choice for the Haitian people. And so they took on a debt of what today would be billions and billions of dollars, $60 million at that point, but of course they didn't have that. And so they borrowed from US banks and French banks that charged usurious interest, terrible fees, and it was not until 1947, so we're talking about 300 years, a little under 300, 250 years of paying a debt you did not owe, a debt that was illegal, a debt that was immoral. And one of the reasons Aristide, one of the democratically and beloved presidents of Haiti, had a coup against him was that he was demanding that France pay that money back. So as we stand here today, I join with President Aristide and say, France, pay that money back. But I digress. Even the United States, a relatively new country, in 1791, refused to recognize Haiti as a nation. How could the United States recognize Haiti? The United States was a slave nation, a nation of enslaved people. And here, right next door in the Caribbean, you had enslaved people who had said, we're done, you're out. So the U.S. tried to boycott. The U.S. tried all sorts of things. And so the U.S.'s hands are also very, very unclean when it comes to the history of Haiti. If you're ever in Savannah, and I've done a video on this before, so you can take a look at that, you can see there is a monument to 500 Haitians that came to fight and die during the American War of Revolution against England. You see the difference? You see the difference in mentality? These Haitians came and said, we are going to fight with our brothers in the north against England. And they did, and they died. And a couple escaped and went back, and one would go on to be one of the leaders of Haiti. But it's a tragic relationship, the U.S. attitude towards Haiti from the very beginning. The U.S. has invaded Haiti, and the U.S. banks owned most of the debt. So the U.S. banks benefited from this horrendous and illegal and immoral payments that were supposedly made to the slaveholder France. The entire thing is so hurtful. As soon as, or as close to us as 1994, as part of the United Nations peacekeeping mission to Haiti, the United States was part of that. And incredibly, the conditions were so terrible. The Nepalese United Nations workers were accused of sexual assault, and they brought cholera because of the unsanitary conditions that they participated in. And so over 5,000 Haitians died of communicable diseases like cholera, and it was just terrible. There was no peacekeeping. It was simply more of the same, more abuse, more danger, more insecurity for the Haitian people, and illness to boot. So Haiti really deserves much better than all of this. We're not going to go into the Colombian US-led assassination of the Haitian president last year. We're not going to go into the vulture capitalism of the disasters that have occurred in Haiti to extract more resources. We're not going to go into the foundations that have used the poverty in Haiti to collect funds and that those funds never get to Haiti. We're not going to talk about any of that because we want to focus on where is Haiti today and Haiti's future. Currently, there is a transitional government made up of respected political leaders. So we'll see how they handle the resources that Haiti has, the incredibly violent gangs that are menacing urban and rural areas, and the real needs of the Haitian people. There's a lot to be done, and so there has to be some hope that the new leaders will be able to address that. People would be really astonished, incredibly surprised that Haiti is a very, very rich country. Haiti is incredibly rich in natural resources. Under the archipelago of the Greater Antilles in the Caribbean lies one of the greatest oil reserves in this entire hemisphere. It is said that it makes the Venezuelan reserves, which were thought to be the largest, nothing but a puddle. They're saying that there are millions and millions of cubic feet of oil underneath the major islands of the archipelago, which are Cuba, Puerto Rico, Haiti, and Dominican Republic, and of course Jamaica. So those are the major islands. There are lots of other smaller island nations, but it is in this upper part of the archipelago underneath that lies this vast, vast reserve of oil. And you can imagine that there are tests occurring as we speak to see where's the best place to drill. And you can imagine all of the corporate vultures licking their chops, salivating, for this reserves, even as we are rushing towards unbelievable climate catastrophe. The same tectonic plates that caused the horrific 2010 devastating earthquake in Haiti have also pushed other reserves towards the surface. It is now thought that Haiti has over $20 billion in gold. There are companies right now mining gold, and it is just beginning. They say that there is so much gold in Haiti that it will take decades to mine. Haiti also has huge copper reserves. There's a copper mine called Meme, or Mem, maybe it's Mem, M-E-M-E. It has already mined millions of cubic feet, and it will continue to mine into the foreseeable future in the area where it is, millions of cubic feet of copper. So to understand what a dichotomy that is, Haiti is a rich, rich country, and yet its people never see a dime. So that is really the task at the feet of this government or any government, transitional or not. How do you translate the richness of Haiti to social justice, to security, to education, to healthcare, to the things that the people need? Most people don't know that Haitians make up a huge portion of those seeking asylum into the United States. Obviously, the biggest group is Mexico. But if conditions in Haiti could and would change to allow security, to allow opportunity, to allow education, to allow the type of development that Haiti deserves, nobody wants to leave paradise. And anyone who's been to the Caribbean knows it's paradise. Yes, there are hurricanes. Yes, there are storms. But nobody wants to leave their home. And I'm sure that Haitians would rather stay in Haiti. But the reality of the insecurity and the devastation of the different natural disasters, as well as the horrific violence caused by interior and exterior forces. Because again, you have governments playing with different factions in Haiti, as they do in most countries of the world. And so you really need to look at this situation and say, Haiti deserves better. The Haitian people deserve better. The Haitian people have more than enough, but it is in the hands of those who don't care. The Haitian people have waited far too long for basic human rights, have waited far too long for basic freedoms, have waited far too long for everything they deserve. And so I know that you stand with me, and we all stand with Haiti, and we stand with the Haitian people. And we really pray that this transitional government will find a path forward, and we'll be able to negotiate with these very voracious corporate interests that want to get at those natural resources. So now on to my favorite part of the video, the book recommendations. So the first book I'm going to recommend is called Haiti, The Aftershocks of History by Laurent Dubois. And this, if you're interested, is a great book. It just goes through Haiti's history, and it talks about all of the different challenges and tragedies that have occurred and how the Haitians are so resilient, amazing, amazing people, just an inspiration to us all. So highly recommend this book. The second book is called Unbuilt Walls, Why Immigration Justice Needs Abolition by Silky Shaw. And this woman is really interesting because what she says is this industrial, military, prison complex in which many, many Haitian immigrants, but other immigrants as well, are caught, it just needs to be abolished. There's no reason for it. And it just doesn't work, and it needs to be allowed. And she makes really good arguments as to why it needs to just be done away with. And so I would highly recommend it if this is a topic that is of interest to you, because it's really a good book. It's a book that just came out, and highly recommend it. The last book is called Crick Crack by Edwidge Danticat, and she's considered the up-and-coming youngest Haitian writer, and I thought it was really interesting. Her stories are mostly about women and the challenges that they meet with life in Haiti, and these stories are very compelling, and they're full of a lot of very rich detail of life in Haiti, and I just thought this was a wonderful kind of window into the Haitian reality, and so I highly, highly recommend it. So thank you so much for coming to the end of the video with me. We would love you to subscribe to Latina Literati. We'd love to hear from you. What would you like us to talk about? What are the books you're reading? Let us know, because we would love to share information with you and recommend other books as well. So as always, check your library, check your local bookseller, and we always include links in the description box below of independent booksellers who may provide these books if you'd like to buy them new or used. We love buying local, supporting our local stores and independent booksellers. So thank you. And as always, con mucho cariño, mucho salud, mucho amor. Gracias.